Good evening. This is Ginni Aneja, and this is going to be the numerological analysis for the month of October with regards to relationships. Now, how does 5 affect your relationships? First of all, 5 is coming together of two people in a marriage. It is not just a committed relationship or a live-in. It is more like a marriage, unless your live-in is like a marriage. So there may be a lot of people because of the COVID. Anyways, a lot of marriages have been postponed. So there are going to be a lot of marriages. Other than that, 5 is about traveling. So a lot of people who've been away from home for whatever reason, who have been locked in at home. So there is going to be a lot of travel, going and going back home or going back to work, especially people who work in other cities or countries, or who've been looking for work in other cities and countries. They may end up getting a job and maybe lucky enough to find a wonderful job which is away from home, so that will have to be travel. Other than that, 5 being Mercury, and Mercury going retrograde in the mid October, the shadow period which has already started. You have to be very careful because 5 is communication. So there is going to be a lot of miscommunication, misunderstanding that is going to happen. So you have to be very clear about what you say, the tone you say it in, avoid messaging, avoid putting something on the social media unless you are absolutely very sure that it is worded properly. You could fall into trouble. Other than that, this is not going to be the greatest time to sign contracts, especially after the 14th of October till the 3rd of November. That is the period when you should avoid. So marriages, you can't really do much. If the marriage happens, it happens, but preferably if it is between before the 14th. I'm sure the dates have already been finalized, nothing can be done about it. But then, of course, uh, contracts, partnership contracts or business contracts is something that you need to avoid signing if you are, however, going to do it. Whatever permanent contracts that you're going to make, be very clear about your terms and conditions, because that is really going to make a big difference, even if it is a relationship. If you Because there is going to be a lot of people who are single, who are going to find someone online. It's going to be a virtual. If it is before the 14th, that's another story. But if it is after the 14th, or say even after the 10th, things may not work out in the long run. So if you are planning to meet someone, avoid it till at least the 3rd or 4th of November. That is, if you're meeting them for the first time. Now, a lot of ego problems are going to come up because of misunderstandings, because of miscommunication. There's going to be fights, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be aggressive outbursts. On the other hand, there is also, 5 is a very charming number. It's a number of a flirt, it's a number of an infidel. So, not really infidel, but in a way. Of course, it depends. See, no number, understand one thing, no number in its own self is all these words that I say. It is about the combination of numbers. What are the other numbers you have in the chart which actually make a difference, which actually will tell you if it is going to be that or not, if it's going to be 100% or 80% or 20% of whatever I'm saying. So there may be a lot of people who may meet new people. That could also mean married people having one night stands or flings. For singles also, it could mean one night stands or flings, because 5 is about partying. It's about the 5 senses, about pleasuring your 5 senses. So it is also about sex. It is also about romance. It is also about drugs, alcohol. So partying, meeting new people, if it is not in restaurants or clubs, which I believe may open up this month. So people may meet there also. But if not, then there will be, limited to uh, house parties or personal gatherings in closed spaces. So, yes, that is one big possibility. Other than that, you have to make sure that, um, like I said, whatever you are going to write on social media, it is not just that, but even when it comes to your work, even when it comes to your relationships, whatever you're posting on social media or communicating with someone about your relationships, be very clear about it. If not, try and avoid it till at least the 4th of November, when you will have a clearer picture of where you stand. No commitments till the 3rd of November. That was about relationships. More to come on the front of finance, career, and job. See you soon. Goodbye.